Hello guys.
As we already studied, smoking affect on our health negatively, according to doctors and actually all people around the world. But what people ignore, or maybe the term don't know, will be more suitable for this situation, is that it also have an outcome on the economy of the country. So today, Mihiba and my friend Dream will talk about the impact of smoking on the economy.
Here is the planning of what we will talk about in this presentation.
We will start with an introduction to let you know about what we're going to talk about.
Then we will move to some general facts about the impact of smoking on the economy that will probably surprise you.
And then for the most important part of today's presentation, we will talk about the smoking impact on the country's economy, both positively and negatively.
Then we will move to some solutions.
And of course, last but not least, a conclusion.
Introduction. Smoking became a global epidemic among young persons. Along with adults, it has a serious health threat to people and has significant impact on the economy. Many doctors had claimed that it is menacing for the health, saying that it causes a lot of diseases such as heart problems and cancer. What people do not know is that it also affects the economy of a country. So the question that we will tackle is, how does smoking affect the country's economy?
First, we will start with some general facts about the impact of smoking on the economy.
Smoking exceeds to $1.4 trillion per year, equivalent to 1.8% of the world's annual gross domestic product, GDP.
Higher taxes on tobacco products reduce tobacco consumption and improve public health, while also increasing government revenues that can be used to fund priority investments and programs that benefit the entire population.
When tobacco taxes go up and cigarette prices rise, poorer people are more likely than rich people to quit smoking. In 2012, the Philippines raised and simplified tobacco taxes. Result: smoking among adult Filipinos decreased from 31% in 2008 to 23.3% in 2015. The number of families whose health insurance premiums are paid by the national government rose from 5.2 million primary members in 2012 to 15.3 million in 2015.
A recent study in China estimated that 50% increase in the price of tobacco through excise tax would lead to 231 million years of life gained.
Now we will move to the most important part of our presentation. How does smoking affect the economy?
First of all, we will start with positive impact that smoking has on the economy. Smokers are doing their country a huge favor by boosting tax revenue, dying early, and not drawing a pension, according to a report by the tobacco giant Philip Morris. Officials in the Czech Republic have been given an analysis commissioned by the cigarette manufacturer, which suggests that the economic benefit of smoking to the country far outweigh the harmful effects. Rather than being a drain on healthcare resources, smoking actually saves the country more than 100 million pounds, which equals $140 million a year, because of the premature death of smokers, concluded the Massachusetts-based consulting firm Arthur D. Little International, which carried out the analysis. It worked out that the early death of smokers saved the government up to £21.5 million on healthcare, pensions, and housing for elderly people in 1999. The auditors also calculated how much the country spent on caring for people with smoking-related diseases and the income tax lost when smokers died. Overall, the net profit made by the government, including the revenues from tobacco tax, in 1999 came to £102.3 million. Unfortunately, it seems like the positive side actually relies on death of the former smokers, which is inhuman.
Now we will move to some smoking effects, negative impacts that the smoking has on the economy. You pay whether you smoke or not. We all know how costly smoking is to the smokers. A $5 pack a day habit costs a smoker nearly $2,000 a year. That's enough for rent for several months or a down payment on a new car. But what about the cost to businesses and our healthcare system? Businesses lose money due to smokers missing work more frequently for illness than other workers. They may also pay more for employee healthcare insurance to cover smokers. In 1 year, productivity losses in California for early death or illness due to smoking were estimated to be $8.5 billion. In 2004, smoking is estimated to have cost California $9.6 billion in healthcare expenditures. And for this, the state spent $2.9 billion on Medicaid medical.
And right now, we're giving you guys some solutions.
Go big, go fast. Tax strategies should focus on health gain first, then on fiscal benefits. This means going for big tobacco tax increases early.
Attack affordability. Effective strategies involve combining big initial tax increases while recurrent tax hikes over time to adjust for inflation and rising per capita growth.
Soft earmarks. Soft earmarking of funds from tax increases for politically popular uses can help generate grassroots support for the tax increases.
Build broad alliances. To counter the tobacco industry's influence, use scientific evidence and accumulated country experiences and leverage ministries of finance, health, and other government agencies with support from international organizations and civil society in the development of effective policies.
Conclusion. Smoking leads to more than 1,300 deaths each day and remains the leading cause of preventable death and disease in the country. From heart and respiratory diseases to more than a dozen types of cancer, the health consequences of tobacco use are staggering. Even more, tobacco use isn't just a health issue for individual smokers. It affects the environment, the economy, and the health of non-smokers through secondhand smoke.
To summarize up all we talked about, we spoke about various effects that smoking has on the economy, both positively and negatively. And we gave some solutions. We really hope that in the future smoking will decrease and the economy of the country will get to stay stable or even develop without the help of tobacco and cigarette manufacturers.
A quote to finally end this presentation. If you think the economy is more important than the environment,
Try holding your breath while counting your money. Thank you guys for your attention.
if you have any questions,
Feel free to ask us.